All right, I think we got it. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm a little early this week, I guess. Thought maybe I'd do it a little bit earlier since we had daylight savings a few weeks ago. I'm gonna just wait a minute here and see if anybody jumps on before I get started. So, hope everybody's having a good week thus far. Oh, more okay. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And those of you that watch this later on, Kaylin Marie has a podcast on the network. Make sure you go check that out. And I think everybody's because I'm a little early this week. That's probably why. Or it could be because it's Friday the 13th. Because that's what we need this year is a Friday the 13th, 2020. It's gonna be an interesting day, I think. So I think I'm looking forward to today. I tell you what, I think it's gonna be awesome. Jenny, how are you? Patty, good morning. I know, right? There's that delay, so it's like I'm just gonna sit here quietly, sip on my coffee, and have no regrets. So, I appreciate you guys jumping on this morning. Thank you. I'm a little early this morning, but I got some stuff going on, and I have to finish editing a commercial that I'm doing for somebody. So, we get started here. Yeah, it's Friday the 13th, and I think it's going to be an interesting day. Um, because it's it would probably be par for the course this for this year, 2020. I don't know. I'm not putting any vibes out there. I'm just saying it's Friday the 13th. You do you, and we'll see what what happens today. So with that said, I'm gonna get started. It's Red Friday. Remember all those that are deployed. The reason why you probably can't see my shirt, I'll show it anyway. But drink Wisconsinly. I think that's an appropriate shirt considering the day that it is. um, full disclosure, and for legal reasons, if you decide to drink, make sure you get a driver and please drink responsibly this weekend. There. Now that that's said, so yeah, remember all those deployed. Red Friday. What kind of coincidence? Red Friday and Friday the 13th too. Yeah. Busy week this week, right? First off, again, I want to say a belated happy birthday to our Marine Corps, beloved Marine Corps vets that are out there and the ones that are currently serving. Um, we also had Veterans Day. I want to thank personally, I want to thank all my brothers and sisters in arms, both past and present, who have served. So, hope everybody had a good week thus far this week. Morning, Lisa. Good morning. I'm going to talk about election real quick. I don't usually get political. In the last couple weeks, I've been feeling kind of froggy. So I think we're in election 3.12659, whatever the hell it is. I'll be honest with you. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I said it. Excuse me, my language. I don't care. Stop watching the mainstream media. That's what I'm going to tell you. Stop watching the news. Doesn't matter what side of the fence you sit on. Just stop watching the news. That's my election stuff for the week. Want to remind everybody, first off, I want to thank everybody. Thank you for those that have voted for me in the Dream Chopper with OCC. I've made it to the top 10, and we have 6 days now until they move into the top 5. So there'll be a link in here below. You get a free vote, one free vote every day. So please vote every day if you can. And then if you want to purchase votes, you could do that as well. It goes to a great nonprofit organization up in New York. So check that out. The link will be, and more information will be down below after I do this, because let's face it, I'm a guy and I can't multitask. So yeah. Shout outs real quick to SemperSavage. John, Stacy, love you guys. They got some great marinades over there. Check them out. There'll be a link where you can purchase their stuff, and you can get hats like this and shirts and stuff like that. So go check them out. Veteran-owned business. We absolutely love them over there. Throttle Therapy is another one, new nonprofit organization that's up and about. My guy Staz is setting this up, and it's Throttle Therapy, Throttle motorcycles. Learn to ride. They're new, so check them out. I want to give a congratulations to John Krotek over at #Planet. His new company had launched this week, so congratulations, John. Also want to give a shout out to our roasters that does our coffee line, that does our sister company, HMG Beverage, has their coffee up and about. The website is supposed to launch next week, but this is what I'm drinking right now. This is the original Heroes United. You can find that at right now. You can DM me if you'd like some, or you can go to ricksroasters.com and find it there as well. But we got a whole bunch of other blends that are going to be coming out as well. PRN, that's for our medical professionals and whatnot. So Rick's Roasters, big shout out to them. Love those guys over there. Also veteran owned. So thank you very much. And that's it for the announcements, I believe, unless anybody else got anything that I'm missing. All right, let's break up into the shows here real quick. Here's what you missed on this week's show. So first up in the queue, give me just a second here. That's good. First up, we have For the Sake of the Child, and it's brought to you in part by our friends over at the Military Education Coalition. This week, they're talking about transitioning out of the military, but not with the military member. They're talking with a child of a newly retired veteran. And I shouldn't even say child. Guest Hannah Fletcher is the daughter of a recently retired Army officer. She has lived all over the world. She just started college, or she's a college student now. She's 18, and suggests to families retiring from the military just to breathe through the process. So take a listen to this week, because they talk about how she's handling the new chapter in her life as a child of a new retiree. You know, it's kind of crazy. We think about the military member, you know, and the veteran and whatnot, and a lot of times we tend to forget the children in the situation, or even the spouse. So I think we're starting to see more stuff for the spouses and stuff like that. So oftentimes the children, like, how does it affect the kids and everything that they've done? This young lady's last 18 years has lived all over the world, so got quite a few experiences and whatnot. So it's kind of a change for her. So, you know, let's remember the children. If you're a military family or veteran family or whatnot, check out Military Child Education Coalition. They have a slew of awesome resources for our military families and whatnot. So go check them out. Yeah, it's a great organization. We absolutely love them over there. Next up, we got Veterans Unite. This week on the Got Your Six at 6, they had Brian Gibson of Project Die Hard. You can watch Got Your Six at 6 every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And they've also partnered up with the People's Patriot Project. So go check that out every Sunday night. They do a Facebook Live every Sunday. Let's see here. Next up, we got the Power of Investing in People podcast. This week, Shay had Dan Hines, MBA. He's the the gentle soul and financial coach behind Adulting with Money. Dan teaches couples how to unite, not fight, over money, whether they want to either crush their debt faster or buy a house sooner, a car sooner, or whatnot, or if they just want to be on the same page. So for all you married couples out there, and if you're having financial disagreements in your marriage, then you definitely want to give this one a listen. This is a great episode, so check it out. Next up, the Gary Brugman podcast. Big Gary. He did a Veterans Day special this week, and then he threw out some public service announcements throughout the week as well. Listen, if you're not following Gary, you need to be. Cool dude. Love the guy to death, so check him out, the Gary Brugman podcast. Next up, we have... What do we have? Where I lost my place here. Oh, Not Your Average Operator. Just when you think that you've learned something about people, and then you listen to this one. The title of this week's episode for Not Your Average Operator is Loss and Remembrance. And I think it holds just the title of it this week is very fitting. The fact that it was Veterans Day this week and whatnot, but you never know what the future holds, right? It can be intimidating, can be scary, and it has an influence on everybody's life every single day, how we go about living it, etc. So how do you deal with loss? How do you deal with the loss of a loved one? And in this episode, Mike recently had lost his grandmother, and he it's another episode where he's kind of peeling back a layer, and he's talking about it. Mike's back this week and with the guys, and the team talks about loss and remembrance. Excuse me. So it's a good one. It will pull on your heartstrings a little bit, so you may want to grab the tissues. And mind you, these guys are top notch operators. That are all over the world most of the time. So the fact that these guys are in 3 different geographical locations and they put this show on for you guys every week is just truly amazing. So check that out. That's this week's Not Your Average Operator. Next up, we have Time to Shine Today with our buddy Scott Ferguson. Another great week this week for Scott. He's always pumping out content every single day of the week. Here's a few that caught my attention. Casey Royals commentator and public speaker Joel Goldberg. Joel is an awesome guy. I've had the privilege of talking to Joel, and I need to reach out to him because we're going to have him on some other shows in 2021. But great guy. Joel's a sought-out speaker, and if you're a baseball fan, you definitely got to give this one a listen. Next up, we have another show that he did this week was attracting your dream clients. Those of you that are in business, what are your dream clients? Have you written them out? Do you have a list of who your clients are, what your potential clients could be? Listen to that episode, Attracting Your Dream Clients. And then also another one this week for Time to Shine is from small beginnings come great things. And there's no truer statement than that. You got to start small, and it can grow into great things. But you have to have patience too. So find out more about the shows this week. Time to Shine Today. Next up, we have the Military Millionaire Podcast: How to Build a Real Estate Empire in California. I have not listened to this one yet, but I'm very, very curious about this one. Building a real estate empire in California. Check that out. Military Millionaire Podcast. You can follow David on social media. His group is called From Military to Millionaire. So check that out as well. And again, folks, I'm going to have all the links for this stuff. I'm trying to get through all the shows before I sit here and post afterwards. So after the video is done, I'll come back in and I'll post all the links and whatnot. Next up, we have the Arms Room this week discussing real-world medical skills and what you need to be able to do. You can never have too much training. If you first aid, CPR. These guys do amazing stuff. We call it dirt medicine, or I call it dirt medicine, with some of the stuff that they do. And they put you in a whole bunch of different types of situations and scenarios that you'd never, quite frankly, never really think of or think that you would need. And they do an incredible job. So check that out. That's this week's The Arms Room. And you can watch their show every Monday live at, I believe it's 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Okay, last but not least, as far as the show's concerned, and then I got one more announcement before I let you guys go this week. Last show is the Decision Hour. The Decision Hour. This week I had Redden, who is he's the chief everything officer of Fortis It's Fidelis. He's an active duty Navy corpsman, 17 years of military experience. He's currently the Division Surgeon's Office Senior Enlisted Medical Advisor at the 2nd Marine Division down in Camp Lejeune. He wanted to find a way to contribute to the military community. So he founded this company in 2016. It's an apparel brand, but what he's doing now is he wanted to honor and remember, the ultimate sacrifice of of our fallen brothers and sisters. So what he's doing now is he created these memorial coins, and each coin is engraved with the individual service member's name to honor their sacrifice and to ensure that the free will never forget. So it's an incredible story. I had a good time talking with him, and he shares a very emotional decision hour with all of you. So when you take a listen to it, you can hear it. But he talks about his second deployment. And he used that as a decision hour, and some of the decisions that were made during that deployment. Excuse me. And he also leaves, we end the show with a positive message, and I'm going to read a quote from him. He says, if you're a veteran or if you're an active duty member that's listening out there, just basically, start thinking about your future, start thinking about finding a second call and your second service, whatever it may be, start planning now. And I think that is some pretty good, solid advice. So yeah, I mean, that was a good show, and I was honored to have him on the show. I got one more announcement, and then I'm gonna kind of turn it over to you guys to see if you guys have anything. December 5th, we got the Veteran Summit with Pando Media. Make sure you check that out. Yours truly will be speaking this year at the Veteran Summit. I'm going to talk a little bit about publishing podcasts, publishing books, audiobooks, and so forth. That's kind of my forte and things that I've been doing over the last decade. I'd like to think I've gotten fairly good at it. Yeah, check that out. If you want more information on it and how you can get tickets, go to panda.media. And I'll also put the link in the flyer that Ryan has had. And Ryan was on this morning. Ryan, howdy, how are you? So for those of you that are still on, some of you are still on. I'm going to turn this over to you. I'm going to give you guys about another minute, see if anybody has any questions, comments, cries of outrage. Let me know. Oh, Ryan. Okay, so if you guys see Ryan Hunt put vet ticks, where you guys can get tickets for the event on December 5th. It's in the links below, so check that out. I'll also put the image and a link as well. But does anybody have anything? Is anybody excited about Friday the 13th? I'll wait, see if anybody has anything else to say. I can't see who's on here. I know Ryan's on because he's making comments. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it, brother. Hope you're having a good week. I'll give you a jingle this weekend. But that's really that's all I got for this week's weekly wrap up, folks. So I want to thank everybody that's come on. I want to thank everybody that's left comments this morning. Those of you that watched this later on during the day or over the weekend, thank you. I appreciate you guys. If you guys have anything that you want me to cover during the weekly live, then let me know. Let me know if you want me to cover certain things. Send me a DM on my personal page, or leave a comment here, or send a message to HMG, and let me know. Let me know. Mark, good to see you. Patriot Pride, love it. Looking forward to if you mentioned it earlier, the People's Patriot Project. If you haven't checked them out, do so. Okay, good. So we're asking about tickets and stuff this year. Lisa, everybody needs tickets. Ryan's answered that. Good. What else do you guys got? Anything? If anybody's got any questions, leave them in here. If you got questions and this isn't live and you watch this later on, I'll get to them over the weekend, or you can DM me. Again, everybody stay safe. It's the weekend. It's a crazy day. I hope everybody has a great day. I really do. I say that wholeheartedly. For those of you that are superstitious, have a fun day. So anyway, with that said, I got to get going. I got to get back to work. Love y'all. Have a great weekend. And again, I'm serious. If there's certain things that you want me to cover, then by all means, please DM me or leave a message here, and give me about 5 minutes. I'll have all the links for the shows and everybody that we covered this week. Okay. In the meantime, have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next week.